I want to bring in former TSA Administrator John Pistole. John, 9 hours he stood in line with a lot of other folks. How are we even in a situation where someone has to wait in line for 9 hours?
Yeah, that is just the craziest thing I've heard, I think, in quite a while. And kudos to him for his good attitude after the fact. Yeah, it's just we're in to me, an untenable situation where TSA has no issue in the political fight here. It's all, of course, about how politicians view ICE and CBP. And so that's the cruel irony, if you will, that ICE has been deployed to supposedly help move the lines along, but they're not trained to do the security screening, so it may be more of a distraction, unfortunately. They might be able to help out supplementing at exit lanes at some of the 435 airports where TSA does security screening, and some of those lanes are staffed. But other than queue management, line management, and the one thing I think they can really do is be a possible force deterrent to a bad guy who wants to come in and make a name for themselves or their cause or herself, and want to come in with some automatic weapons blazing and just shoot up the lines, these horrendous lines of people. So I do see some benefit there, but otherwise, I'm afraid it's much more of a distraction than really a help. If the goal is to help the lines along, I think the question in my 31 years of government and 10 years helping lead a university, and the question is, are our goals, are they smart? Are they specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, timely? And if so, then how do we live those out in a way that makes a difference for the people we're trying to serve, and that is the traveling public? And what do members of Congress do? How are they best representing these hardworking men and women who are showing up and not getting paid, and then the ICE officers are getting paid standing right next to them? So it's, yeah, that's 9 hours. That is crazy.
Yeah, I think the simplest goal is people should be able to get through security in less than 4 hours and certainly less than 9 hours. So you've led the TSA. If you were dealt these cards, and look, the cards are not good, what would you do to prevent the system from this mess? Or is it just really not possible under these circumstances?
No, and I have great hope for the new Secretary of Homeland Security, Senator, and now Secretary Mullen, that hopefully he can help, given his ties on the Hill and everything, help break this logjam. Because, yeah, as Hobbs Neal, the acting TSA administrator, her hands are really tied because she has the resources of TSA. But if she doesn't have funding, and all these people going unpaid, I mean, this Friday, if it's not resolved, that'll be 5 weeks of pay that they haven't received. And for many of them, they're newer employees, lower paid employees. They need food for groceries or childcare or transportation or what about rent payment and car payment? And oh, by the way, what kind of security risks are we exposing people to? Because we're at war with Iran. And so it's just so many issues that are coming together at the same time. The politicians, those who represent these fine men and women, need to get their act together and get this resolved now.
And the new number we got just earlier in this program, 450 of them have now quit and honestly not getting paid the way they are. Who can really blame them? John Pistole, thank you for taking the time to talk to us. We appreciate it.